In this video, let's talk about variables in Golang. So there are a few different ways to set up variables, and we're going to see three. The first way is going to be, we're going to have var, and then we're going to have this block here with the parentheses. Now, what we can do here is we can set up several variables to be called throughout pretty much any function in the Go code, because as you can see, this is outside of our function here. So this is global at this point. So let's do this. Let's type in hello, and then we're going to define this as world. So now we're going to save this. And then let's do hello string. So what this means is we're essentially telling Go that we have a variable named hello and it has a type of string and it equals world. Now, this does look a little weird because you're probably used to seeing, like if you have some sort of statically typed language where you're typing in whatever type you're using, you're probably used to something like this. And then the variable, but it's backwards in Go. So you put the type after you define the key in the key value pair. And then we could do another one, for example, we could say number int equals 2. And then we can save that. So now let's go back to print, and we're going to print out our number variable. I'm going to bring this up a little bit. I'm going to go up, go run, and as you can see, it prints out 2. So then let's try to print out hello. And we'll go back here, and as you can see, it prints out hello. So we can have this variable block here for us. The next way that we can do variables is simply in the function. And now at this point, this would be a local variable. So the way we would say it or type it is hello equals. So you're going to have this colon here equals. This is how you define variables in Go, besides if you're using the variable block. So all variables are always colon equals. And then you can say world here. And then also what we'll do is put string here for the type. Now, as you can see, syntax error, unexpected string at the end of the statement. So if I go back here and let's say I run this again, when you're defining a local variable, you don't have to worry about defining that type. So we could do another one here. We could say number equals 5. And then as we can see, number declare but not used. So what does this mean? Well, in Go is really good at keeping things efficient. So what this is saying is you're actually getting a syntax error and the compiler will throw an error. So let's run this and we'll see that it throws an error, number declared but not used. What this means is you defined a variable and it's taking up space, taking up memory, but you're not actually using it. So let's go ahead and actually use it. So to print it out, we're going to print out world, and then we're going to print out number, which is 5. And then what this comma here does is this says, okay, print out 2 different values. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run this, and we see it prints out world 5. And then the third really cool thing that I wanted to show in Go is that you can actually print out multiple values at the same time if it has the same type. So for example, let's type in maybe hello, and then we'll do again. And then we have 2 values here. So we're going to type in 1 and then 2. So we do have an error here, and it says again is declared but not used. So let's get rid of num. And then what we can do is we can type in again. So we can use hello and again, and then those equal 1 and 2. So let's run this. And as you can see, our printout is 1 and 2. So we've now declared 2 variables as the same type on the same line. Now, what happens if you, for example, try to do this? Let's go ahead and run this. So you're going to now see 1 and string. So what we're essentially saying is hello is an int, again is a string, and we're still able to print those out just fine. So one more thing I do want to show, and I guess that's going to be the fourth thing at this point, is I'm going to actually declare the var keyword here. I'm going to get rid of this colon, and then I'm going to type in int. So let's go ahead and see what this error means. Cannot use string type untyped string as type int in assignment. So essentially what this is saying, because I'm defining this var keyword here, is that because I have an int and a string, they're not the same type, so they can't work together. They can't print out together. So what I would want to do is I would want to turn this back to an int here, and then my error would go away. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you again next time.